Takes two. We'll explain here in a second. Welcome to the world of randomness, everybody. Lena and Noah, hi. Welcome in. You know who we are because without being live, we introduce ourselves to everybody in the stream, and it never went live.
Oh,
So here we are again.
I never experienced that.
I never have either, but only at the world of randomness.
Oh, what's up, guys? What?
Guys, if you don't get what we're laughing at, I clicked go live. I started the countdown. Me and Danny had a fun opener, and it was literally for me and Danny.
Look. It's just the definition of my day.
Do you want to go back into that again?
Go ahead.
I mean, it won't have the same effect. Guys, I get a phone call from Danny today.
The worst phone call ever.
That he was stuck on the side of the road at 7 o'clock this morning because his car died on the highway.
So, before you go any further, so that I see Patrick here, I blame him, and I'm going to explain why when you finish this. So
basically, Danny's like, I don't know how I'm getting home tonight. They want me to take money out of the register and take an Uber home. He goes, I live 40 minutes away. Do they understand that there's probably not enough money in the register to get me home? I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks. Gotta love those trusty gauges on a car, huh?
Oh, yeah. Exactly. You gotta love the accelerator pedal not working on your car.
Yeah,
So
nothing working.
I blame Patrick.
Well, I can understand, but I'd love to hear your explanation.
Did I get into it with you on why I'm blaming him?
No.
Okay.
But he's saying it's not his fault.
I held on to that for tonight because I knew we were getting into this tonight. I just knew it was going to come up like that because it's just totally random. So why not, right? So,
hey, before you say it, Jonathan, I just wanted to extend my condolences for you. I know that pets are very important to us in our life, and Jonathan had to put his cat down today, and he was lucky enough to be there with his cat while it happened. Yeah. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry to hear about that, bud.
You want a cat, Jonathan? I have one. I can send you in the mail. Freaking cats! Jonathan, sorry about that, buddy. I know how it. We know how it is. So, yeah. So look what Patrick's saying. Saying this story is weird.
Okay, I got to hear this now.
It is 100% weird. Okay, but it's fitting. You all know who the two real geeks are. You know how we love our horror, and all that. So it's going to get a little paranormal here on you guys. So just warning you. Okay. So Patrick over here, good buddy of ours here in Atlanta, decides to face call me through Facebook. And he's like, yeah, we found this new app. Okay. Oh, no. So these phone calls from Patrick aren't abnormal. I'm like, okay, what'd you find now? Yeah, so they started messing around with the Randomness app. I don't know if you've heard of this app.
What is it again?
Randomness.
Randomness?
Randomness.
No, I haven't, but it's got too many syllables to download to my phone.
You don't want to download it to your phone, okay?
Okay.
You want me to explain the app before we go any further?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, because I don't know if anybody else knows what it is either.
Yes, Lena, I did see that. I heard that Tampa Busch Gardens is doing Hallow Screams, but without the haunted houses, just like scare zones, which is the right way to do it.
Are they going to have screamsters? Because I did see it, but I didn't get a chance to read it. I seen it late this evening.
I glanced through it. I really didn't go through the whole thing, so I really don't know much about it, but I know that the principle of it. But Randomness, anyways, as Patrick is saying, do not download it. Okay.
Okay.
So it's an app that they came out with that you basically think of something. Okay. Like whatever. It's a paranormal app, first of all.
Okay.
So you go into this thing
Hey, Garrett, welcome in.
and you think, okay, like you think blood, okay, or death or whatever, or whatever you want, right? But you're using a paranormal app, you're gonna think of these things, right?
Yep.
So, oh yeah, I'm using this app. I want to go. So then it sends you to a location. It's usually about 5 to 10 minutes away from wherever you are. Sends you to this location. It's probably nowhere you ever thought you were going to find yourself. So yeah, they're using this app. Okay, so there's been in the past like things from Seattle where a TikTok user was using the app. They found a in the Bay Area. They found a suitcase, and in the suitcases there were pieces of something. Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna put it that way. We're gonna not keep it,
Okay.
totally horrified here, because Lena's here. We don't want to scare her.
Yeah,
Uh,
Lena has to sleep here shortly.
yeah. So you understand what I'm saying? They found in the suitcase, right?
I can imagine.
What you're thinking is probably the right. So they intentionally went out thinking money. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, it wasn't money they found in the suitcase in Seattle in this bay. It was probably somebody that had money. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And PTV's lurking. Thank you,
Yep.
PTV. We
Thank you very
appreciate
much, PTV.
it. And yeah, so that's you can find things like that with this app. Or
That's what you want to find when you're out and about. You want to find some spare body parts.
you know, exactly. Or you think of something like butterflies, right? And then it might take you to a field that just inspires you. So
Okay.
it has both aspects of it. It really depends on how you're using it. But knowing me, I'm not going to use it for butterflies. you know,
Yeah.
Butterflies don't make a good video on Two Real Geeks.
No.
But so, anyways, Patrick, he calls me, FaceTimes me from a cemetery that they found with this app.
Okay.
The cemetery is a burial plus spot of one of two witches in this county. Not my county, but the county he's in here in Georgia. A burial spot for one of two witches who are not good witches from what I was looking into. Yeah.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
No. This was not a good witch. He went, he had all the kids with him and everything, and really made this witch mad. He's FaceTiming me, he had it up like, on his dash, he's driving, he's FaceTiming me at the same time. And he's like, I just got into an accident. After one of the kids in the car said, oh, let's go back and see the witch. Okay, well, here's the story of this grounds, this cemetery he's at, because Danny's not going to let things go dug into.
Yeah.
When I got a hold of him and I was like, get out of there now. Leave. What I'm going to tell you was crazy. So yes, there's a witch there. Apparently she didn't like kids. And if you were pregnant and you went by this grave, you're having a miscarriage. I hate to, hey, world of randomness here, guys. Whatever. Sorry. This is not, this is what it is. So yeah, so they had all their kids with them. Made her mad. One of the kids in the car goes, let's go back. Well, you know what? On top of that, it was the second bloodiest Civil War battle fought here in Georgia, other than the one up in North Georgia.
Oh, wow.
This was the Oak Hill church battle. Okay. It's fair. If you Google it, you're gonna find a lot of information about that. It was a battle, and here they are with me on video chat, stomping around a Civil War battleground. We're not even realizing it until I told them what it was. You know, clearly it was the whole area was just unoccupied, Tony. I mean, there was no development on this ground. There was this big open field and everything, no development. You could have put an apartment complex back there and everything. It was huge.
That should have been
Huge.
your first clue.
No, his first clue should have been the whatchamacallit that was out there. The pile of trees, the tombstones were just crosses.
Thank you, Amy. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, Amy, what's going on? Yeah, so they were just crosses in there. Like there was like probably about, they said there's 100 markers with 200 in the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Just watching this thing made me uneasy. Just not even being there. So explain all this. They usually see Confederate soldiers marching up the road. It was a dirt road too. You should have heard him. He's like, Danny, he's like, I don't know where I'm at. He's like, this is crazy. He's like, this road is crazy right now. And all of a sudden it was there.
Welcome in, Shelly.
They saw it. One of the gravestones that he showed, like an actual like newer gravestone, it looked like,
okay,
was the same gravestone that I kept finding online. Starting to freak me out, you know? I'm like, why am I keep seeing the same why do people keep taking pictures of the same gravestone? You know? Everything he showed me, I saw pictures of online. The same spot, same angle, same everything. So then he gets into the accident yesterday. Right after his daughter said, let's go back and see the witch's grave. Boom, car's totaled.
Totaled.
Dude that hit him so hard, spun around and ended up in the ditch and rolled.
Oh, wow.
It was a kid. He had to be, Patrick, what you said, about 20 or so? I mean, so yeah, there was things keeping him away from going back. And I'm blaming him because my car died today. And this all happened yesterday. And I was on the phone video chatting with him while he's there. So I'm blaming him.
Lena just sent that to me.
That's great. So I'm blaming him for my car dying today.
Well, it's all his fault. You know, here we'll go with the random and kind of getting away from this. I mean, we can go back to it, but when I was a kid, when I was in Scouts, I was 10 or 11.
Yeah.
I can't remember what year it was, but we went to Gettysburg and Washington, D.C. Now, this is as a child and not really knowing a lot about the Civil War yet. You know, you don't really go into a lot of in-depth with this stuff until you're much older. But we got to see a couple of the battlefields and the major area where the largest part of the battle took place. And there's a 2-foot tall post with chain going around it to mark off the field. And you're not supposed to walk out there.
Right.
Now, I remember there's a path walking back to, can't remember the name of the little cave. But anyways, you're walking back there. You walk back past that field. And I remember stepping onto just the edge of that field.
Yep.
And I could hear things happening.
Yeah.
Like shots and cannon fire. And I could hear men yelling.
Like you could smell the ammunition and yeah.
And so, this was at 10 years old before I knew much about the Civil War and knew about the battles and everything. Right. So, I mean, I wasn't going into this with a lot of information already in my head.
Right.
And it still creeps me out to this day thinking back to it.
Yeah. That's like, we had, when I was living in New York, I obviously grew up in New York, you know, so we had a summer house up in upstate New York in the Catskills, in the Catskill Mountains, right? It would like, I just, oh my gosh, I just got chills thinking about what I'm gonna say too. Is the next property up from us, they had a family cemetery there, but the cemetery was old. I mean, old. One of the gravestones there, like, you can tell it had to be a kid or something, because there was just this weird looking teddy bear that was there for years. I mean, it was like, it was missing an eye and everything, and it was a brown like bear, but it was disgusting looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It had its stuffing and everything still, but it was, oh man. But it just, that alone, like that cemetery, like would freak me out. And like, I was one, even as a kid, to walk in. I'm like, okay, let's go to the cemetery, walk around, you know, whatever. But that cemetery freaked me out.
Yeah. Well, Amy just said she's gone on ghost tours of Gettysburg, and I want to go back there and check some of that out.
Yeah.
You know, now that I'm older, and you know.
But you know what though? Here's my thing: is Gettysburg, because Jess and I are all into this. We've been to many places, like before our YouTube channel and stuff like that. Like, there's stuff there. Like, yeah, like I get there's things there, and we respect it and all that. We're just interested to see where the locations of things are, not to like really disturb it. Like, we don't go and like try to take things home, like from like rocks and all that. Like, you know, you go, you leave the area better than you found it, you know?
Yeah, and you
You know
don't
what
want
I
to
mean?
take that kind of stuff home.
Right. You know, you leave them a present, you know, things like that. And Gettysburg, to me, in my opinion, is more like, yes, there's haunted battlefields, there's haunted hotels, there's things like that. But I think personally, the ghosts in that area like to be a tourist attraction, because there's way too many people coming through those areas with too many haunts.
Yeah.
You know, the things like we went to in Pennsylvania, we went to this haunted candle shop. Well, it was a doctor who was doing experiments on monkeys for smallpox, you know. And we went back one night, and in the back by the of the property, there is a stream that runs down to the Delaware River, and normally there's no water running back there. They said, well, this night there was water running, so they said whenever the water was running, though, he would go and dump the waste products, monkeys, or, you know, whatever else in the water to, you know, wash it away. There was no regulations. Nobody had any idea of contamination, or, you know, we're talking smallpox, you know. So they would wash it away. We went there. I swear, it was a summer night too, so it was pretty hot. I'm wearing shorts. I swear I really felt like fur rubbing up against my leg.
Mm.
You know, the daughter's bedroom was up in the attic and stuff, and she was sick and she died in the house and stuff. And like, we took pictures, and we have pictures of it where there's actual like silt, like smoky figure up in the window. So
Yeah, there's a place here. It's 10 minutes down the road from us called Prospect Place. An old mansion.
yeah,
It's on the historic registry. It's actually considered one of the most haunted places in Ohio. It was part of the Underground Railroad, and they do tours, and they do overnights as well. And
yeah,
I think we talked about this one night. The show Ghost Hunters, Taps from
yeah,
the New England area. They
yeah.
actually did a show there one night, and they
Yeah,
actually
but
found a lot
I
of
think
activity.
they're more kooky than anything. Those guys. I don't. There's certain people like I would watch and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, you know, like New York had the New York Ghost Hunters. You know, it's like, If you really have to name your, it's like New York Paranormal Ghost Hunters. Like, really? Like,
Well, I
I,
like these guys
yeah,
because they were just regular people. And you know what? Most of the time, they told people, "Well, we went in there, and here's what we found. We found a leaky pipe and this and that." And I really don't believe um, I really don't believe there's any haunt here or any kind of paranormal activity.
yeah,
So, I mean, they were pretty genuine.
yeah. Like like on my end, like we like to go and like see creepy places, not necessarily trying to look for something, but we like to look at those creepy places and go to and bring those and see that stuff. That's like here in Atlanta we have the cemetery here.
Mm-hmm.
One of the what the heck is the name of the cemetery? I forget. I'll remember. We did Oakland Cemetery. There it is, Oakland Cemetery. We did a video from there. I want to go back there actually,
Okay.
and there's a vibe in that cemetery too.
Isn't that pretty close to where you went and did your video? Because I think you've mentioned it in one of your videos that you made during all the lockdowns and shutdowns.
Yeah, we did.
You've mentioned it in one of your videos before.
Yeah, we went to Oakland. We actually did a video from there.
I must have missed that one then.
Yeah, we did
Is
a
it an
video.
older video?
Yeah, it's one of our
Okay.
originals. It's one of
Okay.
our original videos. We actually took the dog with us there.
Oh,
Never do that again. She slowed me down.
yeah. What
But it's
you
actually they have a field just dedicated to like Confederate soldiers. They don't even have names out there; just their numbers on the
oh
on there
wow.
for the soldiers. But there's also like famous people buried there and stuff. And let me find out. Who is actually? I know there's some real famous people buried there. I'm looking it up here. So
Yeah, we've got a ton of old cemeteries around us.
yeah, I mean, shoot, Tony, like I got you turned on to that one one channel now.
Oh yeah. What is
Um,
her name?
ask,
Ask a mortician.
ask a mortician or something, or
And if anybody here in the chat has never seen this Ask a Mortician, she does some really interesting stuff.
yeah, yeah. She talks about some really like if you're like, look, if you're really not into that kind of stuff, but Lena's like dogs are sensitive to power. Listen, Leia's been around this stuff. We take her with us all the time. Like the reason why we take Leia with us to those kind of places is because she's such a kind dog and like not aggressive, but at the same time it's like nobody's gonna mess with us. Why are
No,
you here? It's like dog, you know. So but yeah, there seem to be very responsive to her in a good way. So
yeah, Lena, check her out. She actually did a really interesting. What was it? A 3-part on Walt Disney.
it's a 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, and I just watched that one here a couple of days ago. Me and Martine both sat and watched them. It was really
Oh, she's watching
interesting.
it with you too.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see, you know, because she made it really fun, and you can tell that she's not a Disney person.
Oh yeah,
She's
she made it clear. She was
yeah,
making fun of every Disney attraction and everything. They went to Disneyland, but she made fun of the attractions, but not of Disney itself. Like she
yeah.
realized that Disney holds a place in society that is strong, and that
But I
Walt
mean, she
Disney
went all out.
was a powerful man that was good. But yeah, she's definitely not a Disney person.
No,
Here, so I have a list of the people buried in Oakland Cemetery. It's Ivan Allen Jr., Julia Courier Harris, Bobby Jones, he was a golfer. Julia was a journalist. Ivan was a mayor of Atlanta from 1962 to 70. Selena Butler, she was an activist, a woman activist here in Georgia, in the Atlanta area. Mayron Jackson, he was the first African mayor of Atlanta. Let me see, who else? There's this one, Margaret Mitchell, from Gone with the Wind.
Yeah,
she's there also. The Dr. Joseph Jacobs, he was the first drink of Coca-Cola was sold by him and in his pharmacy. So basically the inventor of Coca-Cola is buried there too. I mean, which makes sense because, you know, it's Atlanta, Coke, you know.
Love you too. My wife's off to bed. She's got to be up again early in the morning.
Oh, awesome.
Being on day shift now, she's got to get up at 5:30 in the morning.
It sounds like you got Chewbacca over there too.
Yeah, that's her ringtone for text messages.
Yeah, so there's some notable people in the cemetery where we went. So I want to get back and actually do a proper video for that cemetery. Like, we just went and kind of just walked around and
yeah, that's
Lena loves Coke.
So we
John does a real haunted rides at Disney.
Yeah. You know, speaking of that, Pirates of the Caribbean in Disney World, you know, it's rumored that someone died in the construction of it by the name of George.
That's not proven.
But I do know the cast members do say good morning to George every morning, and they claim if they don't, they have issues with the ride all day.
Yep. So Patrick is saying, this is another interesting thing with this app was his wife went and had an appointment with a client today, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was at a location on the app that they were going to go see, but then they decided not to go to. And the thing that they brought up for that was death. So they're like, wait, this can't be right. So they're like, we're actually able, like, on this, it was private property. So they were able to get onto the property today because there was a meeting, you know, with the owners of the house, you know, and they were like explaining it to the person, and they're like, yeah, well, there's a private family cemetery in the back of the house here, and the owner died in the house.
Oh.
As they were bringing up death on this app. Yeah, no.
Yeah, staying away from that app.
I'll stick with the thing where the ghosts can talk to me and I can find where they are and all that. That's fine. I've never had an issue. Never had an issue.
Yeah.
This app, Randonautica, no, do not download it.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Randonautica.
Yeah. Do not download this thing. You can go on YouTube and find so many videos of people out doing this stuff. It's crazy. Shelly said Nicolas Cage spent $250,000 to have a pyramid tube built for himself and 4 others in St. Louis Cemetery. That is crazy, but awesome.
Yeah, old Nicolas Cage. I think there's a few screws loose.
But that's what makes Nicolas Cage, though. I mean, come on.
True.
If those screws weren't loose, he wouldn't be who he is.
I'm talking about my Nicolas Cage that way.
She's a fan of bad actors.
Patrick, you're on your own, buddy. I am not. Not coming with you. Nope.
Yeah, especially since your daughter brought home rocks in that cemetery.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You brought home the witch. You're going to have to cleanse that house with some extra sage.
Seriously. You need to burn it. I told Patrick and his wife they need to burn their phones. Like, you need to burn your phone.
Yeah, definitely sage. Lots of sage.
Some salt on the doors, on the doorway.
Yep. An X in blood. That way it passes your house.
Just the salt around the the walkways. It'll work. You don't need to go all the cult on us here. You don't need to put your teenage daughters in skirts in the middle of the woods there.
Hey, give me a second. I need to step out real quick.
Yep. Yeah, Patrick, I don't know why they would bring rocks home. Like, at that point of everything going on, I think, they would have thrown them out of the window of the car into the woods somewhere. Yeah, Lena, right? No sacrifices. No goats, no chickens. That's just for the movies. I mean, really, let's be honest. But the rocks thing, though, yeah, that's dangerous, though. Telling you, Patrick, you got to keep those kids home, man. You got to keep them in a cage. They're going to get you in trouble, man. Shoot, dog crates, man. Dog crates work well. Some zip ties and dog crates.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Oh, you're good. I told Patrick he needs to keep his kids in dog crates and zip tie the doors on the dog crate.
Yeah, he's going to need extra dog crates.
Yeah.
He just needs to rent out a kennel for a week.
Yeah, Lena, that or I would just bury them. Go bury them in some dirt.
Hey, just do like Cousin Eddie did in Vegas Vacation. Just dump out a thing of snakes. That'll keep the kids busy for hours.
Yeah.
Then go out and get you some damn bait.
Well, that's like I told you. I'm convinced. I'm really convinced that there's something in the woods behind my house.
Well, we know there's snakes out there.
Yeah. I'm not even talking that because I'll go out there and I you get a vibe like something's out there looking at you. And the dog notices it too.
That's creepy. I can get into some paranormal stuff, but you know what? When it's starting to affect me,
Yeah.
I've lived in a couple of houses that have had stuff going on, and it never really bothered me. But I had one house that I owned that I know it was a lady. I mean,
No, Shelly, no, it's not deer. I'll tell you that. But yeah, Tony, I know what you mean. Like,
because I'd actually seen her shadow twice. And when I first bought the house and I would go in and take a shower,
yeah,
she'd be standing in that bathroom. Because when I pulled that door open, because we had, clear acrylic doors.
Yeah.
When I pulled that door open, I seen her dissipate twice.
Yeah.
And that really bugged me for a long time. She locked me out of the house one time. Here's a great story, because I kept getting freaked out because everywhere I went, she was there. And hey, Blaine, welcome in. It's one of those things that, she was just watching me. Yeah. I don't know if it was to get a feel for me or what it was. And I was standing in the living room one day and I said, there's nothing about you that scares me. And there's nothing you can do to scare me. Because I thought, you know what? I want to say something. I went out the front door.
Uh-huh.
to get something out of the car. I went to come back in, and the door was locked. The door was deadbolt.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, okay, I'll go to the back door. Something must have happened. Maybe it, rolled over a little bit, caught.
Yeah.
Back door was locked too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was a little freaked out over that. And I came
Yeah.
back into the house and I said, hey, just letting you know that I know you're here. I want you to know I'm not scared of you. I said, I don't know why you took
Yeah.
it that way. Never had another issue again.
All right. So I'm going to show you this here. This is, you might have some audio feedback if you're talking, so just bear with me here.
Okay.
All right. This was our house up in upstate New York. Okay, so this, let me see if I can drop it here. No, see, this is how countrified it was. I can't even drop to get a street view here, okay? But this, keep in mind this area right here, okay? In front of this here. This is actually a double wide trailer.
Okay.
This was never here all my life. We just put this on the property like 2000 or so. Like we sold the property already, but whatever. So this whole property probably like half of this woods here was what we had in acre wise, decent sized land here in the middle of nowhere, right? So here, this is actually, you can see it. I know I can, because I know where the old house used to be. Like, you could probably see where it's a little different in color on the ground here. Like,
yeah,
right? So this used to be, we didn't know it until we did it. We knocked down the building there. That building was actually the very first post office of the property that went through different hands. That building, we were lucky it had electric, okay? It had the old, like, Thomas Edison style wiring in that house, okay? There was no heat. There was no heat, no hot water. The basement was a dirt floor with no electric in there, and it was always damp and moist, and it was water. The water up here it's a well, so it's all that. And the house was 2 stories. The bedroom's up on the second floor. Tony, the feelings that you got from that place, like you would hear things and like it wasn't just the wood creaking like through a cold like summer night in the country. It wasn't even that. But so that's that. And then if you came up here, this whole area here was all our neighbor's property here. But he had horses and stuff, so but he had an old Civil War cannon, and every morning he would wake up, light his cigar, come outside, and waddle himself out there, light the cigar, and then light the cannon in the morning, and then light the cannon at nighttime as the sun went down at dusk. All of a sudden, you're outside, all you hear is boom! Right? I'll zoom out here in a minute so you can understand what the
it's like
echo
the old
was.
Admiral on Mary Poppins.
Yeah, basically, this whole area is a bowl. Okay, it's a giant bowl, and that's it. Like it's farmland. There's people that have like elk and stuff up here. Yeah, so like right about here somewhere was that cemetery.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like oh, there it is. There, that's it right there. This opening. That's it. That's it. It's creepy. Like Yeah, let me zoom out. You're probably not. Like, you can kind of tell how it's a bowl, but yeah. Like, it's just all farmland and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this was down the road from us. It was legit farm. That's it. That's it right here. Cow and livestock and all that. That's it. But yeah, exactly. She knows what I'm talking about.
Well, I'd hope she's probably been there a couple times.
Yeah, yeah. So, what? Post 76543. What? What? Jonathan. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I don't know. That's like the night I told you the deer was staring at me through the window.
Yeah. That would be crazy. That would have creeped me out. And I live in an area where I'm constantly dealing with raccoons and groundhogs, and I can hear coyotes at night from time to time. I mean, I don't live in the dead of the country, but I mean, I've got a lot of country around me. Like if we get down into the woods behind us, I mean, this is white-tailed deer country where I live. You know, people come from all over the United States to hunt in this county.
Yep.
And it's nothing to walk down into that woods. My son the other day, well, it's been a couple months ago. It was right when everything really started to turn. My son, actually, two of my sons were down in there playing. They got the crap scared out of them because this massive buck just come flying up out of the woods right beside them. And Brandon come in the house and he goes, "Oh my God, Dad, you should have seen this thing. He was huge." Like we'll be driving down, you know, the gravel road to our driveway, and it's nothing for a couple deer. I mean, literally to pop out and run right beside you and hop back into the woods.
Yeah.
I worry more about hitting a deer driving to my driveway than I do on the highway, because I mean, they're it's all the time.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Kelly, I got your stuff. I'm not able to, for whatever reason, my Instagram is not working right now. I opened it up a little while ago, and I can't get it to open up. Shelly sent me a bunch of photos. I don't know if my phone just needs to be reset. I'm not good about rebooting my phone. Every time I try to open it, it says it won't open up.
That's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to find more information about the hollow screams actually now.
Yeah, like I know what Six Flags is saying. What, as long as the numbers are down in whatever area.
I don't have anything. I don't have any new news from Six.
Well, no, I'm just saying what they announced is they're going to try to do it in areas where numbers are better. I know that the only Cedar Fair parks that open this year, they are going to do a fall festival, basically decorate for Halloween, but no scare zones, no screamsters, no haunted houses, no nothing. It's really basically going to be just your regular park decorated for fall.
And that's fine though. It's something,
Yeah, and to be honest, really the only reason why you want to go up to the lakefront after September is for Halloween weekends.
Yeah.
Because come October, it's getting used to be Labor Day was always the last weekend. And the place I used to work when I first got out of high school, they had their annual picnic up at Cedar Point, because they had 8 large grocery stores, and it was hit or miss. There'd be some days where I'd be in shorts and a t-shirt, and other days I'd be in long pants and a heavy jacket because it was cold.
I'm laughing at over here in the chat is Shelly is saying how the cemetery used to be right across the street from the elementary school.
Oh.
And they used to take field trips there, and Monarch Moments are like, cool neighbors, Shelly. I'm just thinking more like quiet neighbors.
Yep, quiet neighbors.
They're like quiet neighbors. So apparently reservations are limited you need reservations for Howl-O-Scream.
Yeah, I guarantee you that it's going to be extremely low capacity.
Oh yeah.
Like Cedar Point and Kings Island. Yeah, and think about a place like Kings Island. It just opened it's seventh giga coaster in the world. And
yeah,
people are getting on that in a half an hour. Now they're doing access passes, but
protective face coverings will be required. I mean, obviously. I'm wondering if this explains more. No, it doesn't. It's just their safety video. Like trying to find apparently all they're going to have are scare zones, but that
scares me.
Oh, here it is. The event will be modified to feature open air scare zones, limited capacity with reservations required and physical distancing.
How do you do that in a scare zone? You can't. I mean, it's not going to
bottlenecking going on though too. Really, if you think everybody's going to want to see what's going on there, they're going to linger in these zones and all that. Like, what do they're going to need to have people standing there as pushers to say, please move. Do not.
You and Jess addressed this on a Saturday night stream.
Yes.
You guys used to work in haunted houses.
Yes.
You can't. These people don't listen in everyday life.
No.
What do you think they're going to do when they get into an area like this?
But here's the problem: is Halloween brings the worst of people out. Yeah,
that's true.
People just lose it, and they want to fight. They want to. It's the worst human behavior possibly ever seen is in the month of October.
You don't have to tell me anything. I live in a state that has the big Halloween thing in Athens, Ohio every year that makes national news every year because fights and fires and everything else break out.
Yeah. From people that normally wouldn't do all this. They're
Nope.
just going a little crazy in there. They want to celebrate Halloween and do a bonfire and it's going to light the whole woods on. It's like,
or they light the dormitories on fire. That happened one year.
Yeah.
It's Ohio University. I'm sure you heard. I'm sure you've seen it on the news.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one of the biggest college parties in the world every year. People come from all over the state and several states away. And yes, yep. Shelly, I can remember the name of it. L Night's what it's called. Yeah. And they literally
every police
officer that's available is on duty.
Mm-hmm.
That night. They're working 16-hour shifts. They bring in cops from all over the state because they need it. And they deal with it every year because it brings in a ton of money. Because you got people coming in, you got college kids coming in from all over the state of Ohio, neighboring states. You've got people coming in because they just want to party.
Dude, Howl-O-Screams this year is only $30 a person.
That's pretty good.
That's ridiculously cheap. That's crazy. Wonder how much their annual passes are right now.
I don't think they've ever been a lot. I
mean, their bronze pass, which is the lowest, and that basically gets you admission for 12 months, benefits, value. It's like, and then 50% off of parking.
Now, see, I should know more about.
I hate when they do this. Come and buy your pass, But if you get the lowest pass, we're not going to give you free parking.
Cedar Fair doesn't even do that. I mean, they charge outrageous prices for parking. I mean, what is it to park at Six Flags?
$40, like 30
Oh,
bucks,
wow.
30. It's $30 park. But
Okay.
it doesn't matter what membership pass you have. It all includes free parking. Now, when you go to like the Diamond and the Diamond Elite, then you get the priority parking included. But okay, as long as I'm able to park for free, it doesn't matter.
I'll say this year it doesn't matter at Cedar Point. You know how many times I've pulled in. Now because it's a 2-hour plus drive
Mm-hmm.
for me. I'm getting there everything at 10 o'clock in the morning. But the last time we went, and this time I parked over by the screening tent. I was 4 rows back.
Yeah.
Now, throughout the day, I mean, if you go check out their webcam, they show the parking lot. And I mean, it hasn't been more than maybe 25% full the entire year because you've seen it on the webcam. You've seen how big the parking lot is. And that day, me and you were talking on the phone, you were like, there's nobody in that parking lot.
Exactly. So
But,
this ain't bad for Busch Gardens. Their platinum annual pass, right? Unlimited admission to 11 parks for 12 months, including Busch Gardens, Tampa, Williamsburg, SeaWorld, Antarctic Orlando, Aquatic Orlando, sorry, San Antonio, San Diego, Adventure Island, Water Country USA, and Sesame Place. That's a benefit of at least $2,600. Free priority parking, 3 free guest passes, 20% off dining and merchandise, 10% off the quick queue and select tours in the park, 50% off of 7 guest tickets, free annual digital photo package, and then you get 1 6x8 photo for free. Some free Serengeti safari. The list goes on here. Exclusive benefits: you get free ride-again privileges at select rides, free reserved seating at select shows, all that for $366. Their basic one, just to get into Tampa and have 50% off parking, $138.
Well, that's all these places now. They're pricing their season passes so that you don't turn down the season pass. They want to know that they've got that money from you, because most people, Cedar Point this year, last year too, they didn't raise their prices this year. $74.99. That's window price.
Yeah.
Now you can order them online for $47. Okay, $47, and I think Cedar Point is $25 to park.
It's like, well, a single day at Busch Gardens is $95.99.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying
it's better just to buy the season pass for a couple extra dollars.
Yeah. And the one I can speak of is Cedar Point. I paid $99. I've been 3 times this year. It's paid for, even if I bought discount rated tickets. You can buy a ticket online right now. I think I just seen the thing was.
And there's also right now for Busch Gardens, you can buy 1 ticket, get 1 free.
Universal, there's a deal going on right now. Buy 1-day ticket, get the rest of the year free. These places are going out of their way to get people back.
Yeah.
And next year, I guarantee you, from day one of these parks opening, as soon as you have these things coming out where people feel safer to go out, and as soon as the masks are gone, your chance to walk on the rides is over. Yeah. I think you're going to have, I think you're going to run into where weekdays you're going to still have, really slow days. But you know what? Saturday morning when your park opens up, you better be one of the first ones through the gate getting back to that ride you have to ride.
Unless you have a season pass and you can take your time.
Yeah.
And I think that's really why they want the season passes, because this way they could people could spread their visits out.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the reason why Cedar Point has decided after this week to go to all weekends. The majority of the people that are going are season pass holders.
Yeah.
Then you got people like me, and when I take Brandon and Caitlin, we don't pay for food, we don't pay for drinks because I've already bought those passes. Now they've gotten the money for it,
Yeah.
and I haven't quite made the money on the food yet, but the drinks, $31.99.
I would
Even
say
if,
you made the money on the food.
well, yeah,
Look,
with the lunch week.
one meal a month on that would definitely make the money on that.
Yeah, Cedar Point is actually not that bad for food, but well, did I send you pictures of what we had the other day?
Yeah, you
I'm pretty
did.
sure I did.
You did.
Yeah, me and Brandon had brisket. Caitlin, they gave her a half of a chicken. I mean, chicken's not that expensive, I understand, but still a half of a chicken.
Yeah.
That child looked at that thing and she goes, I can't eat all that. I says, well, you're going to have to eat what you can. I said, because that's what you got.
Jonathan, I'm checking that one right now too. Limited time offer: buy one ticket, get one half off for SeaWorld.
Yeah, SeaWorld's $100 a day. I'm sure they're priced pretty close to the same as what Busch Gardens is because they're owned by the same company.
$87.99 for SeaWorld for a single day. But well, that's weird because SeaWorld is buy one get one half off. Well, Busch Gardens was buy one get one. But you can go and buy the 3-day ticket, the 3-park ticket, buy one get one half off. That was the same for both. And the 3-park ticket is $120.
Yeah.
You know, that is a lot better. That is a lot better right there. I'll do the 3-park. 120 for 3 parks.
Yeah, I was thinking about things like Silver Dollar City and that too, and I'm not seeing like a season pass for them.
Silver Dollar City?
Yeah, I'm sure they got to have them. Tickets and passes.
I'm sure they.
I'm seeing buy one day, get a second day for $72. Everyone pays kids price of $62.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they have one. Yeah, they have one. It's all the way down at the end of their page, on their main page. Learn more. This is just activities. Oh, you know what it is? I don't think they're selling season ticket passes right now because it says coming soon. For those who purchase passes by 5/31, you will be able to complete your 20 basically if you bought your season pass before 5/31, they're giving you next year for free.
So in other words, they're trying to nip their losses in the butt by not selling anymore.
Right, and then they're saying there's also a specialty price extension valid from June 14th, 2021 through January 1st, 2022. So you can extend it there. Probably for like dirt cheap though, you know? But yeah.
But you know, what is it you said? You guys, between you and Jess, you pay $24 a month for Six Flags?
Yeah.
And you got food, drink, all that.
I'll tell you right now what I pay. Hold on. Pass holder login. Come on, yeah, I know. All this information. Thanks. Bye. Go away. Membership. Thank you, Six Flags. Be quiet. all these videos and stuff. And it's like, oh. Yeah, I'm basically paying like $22 a month for her and I.
You can't beat that.
Uh-oh.
I was watching Cedar Point's webcam today to see what the weather looked like up there, and
Yeah.
I've seen wait times really low. And they've moved their cameras, and it's on. They're dead on Top Thrill Dragster right now, and I got to see a rollback today. I'm like, why wasn't I there?
Really?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I seen it going up the hill, and I've been on it enough and watched it enough. I know if it's going to make it, and I'm like, ooh, that may barely creep over. And I seen it start, and I seen it slow down. It's like, ooh, that's getting close to teetering. And all of a sudden, it went straight back, and I'm like, how great is that? Those people were loving that.
Now you got me on this Six Flags thing, man. Now I'm over here looking at prices. I'm getting mad because I can get a whole Diamond Elite membership for as low as $16.99 a month right now. They dropped all the prices, even on memberships, and I guarantee I can probably get one for cheaper for a better pass than I'm paying.
I'll say drop it and upgrade.
But the problem is dropping it. Like, you actually got to go to the park and cancel it, and then you got to use your free months, and then you got.
By then, everything will be back up where it was.
Yeah, it's not worth it. You know, saying Universal Orlando passes are so cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that one night in here.
Yeah,
they offer an easy pay program, but you know what? The down payment on that stuff is, you pay a bulk of it up front. And
yeah, but okay, but then the monthly payments are like $20.
Yeah, I know, but you take like you guys, you just pay a flat fee every month. There's no down payment. Cedar Point, you pay the first 2 months of your pass, and then the rest of it comes out over the length of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got a $400 pass,
Lena, I can, but there's been horror stories about people upgrading right now that they pay to upgrade, then they're like, well, we don't show it in the system. Like, look, what I have right now works, and I'm not. And at this point, the only reason for me to upgrade would be for Fright Fest. And I don't even know what they're doing for Fright Fest. So, and even if they open up haunted houses, I don't want to get a wristband to go through a haunted house. So it's really not really worth it right now for me just to upgrade for Fright Fest.
How much does it cost for you guys to get Flash Pass for a day?
I don't know. I don't even use it.
Well, no, I
think it's like 70 a person or something like that.
Okay, so it's about the same as what Cedar Point charges.
Yeah.
Because I keep thinking to myself, now the people that had already bought it that get it for the next 2 years, I mean, it's a lot of money up front. But you know what? Even wait times as low as it is, if you have a fast lane ticket, I mean, you're walking right up and right on the ride. You're not even waiting 1 or 2 trains, because there's so few people that have it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
so here's the question: is how much longer are they doing this? So what if I go down, buy a ticket December 1st for Universal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get the rest of the year for free. Like, oh, it has to be purchased by September 30th. Okay, there's my answer. So if you don't do it by September 30th, you're not getting the rest of the year for free. Because at that point, it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
But it's only a Florida resident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only Florida resident too. Soon.
Yeah, when I seen that, I mean, it's if you live there, I mean, it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
You know, what is it, 119 for a day at it's
Well,
either
here's
119 or 129. I can't remember.
that's the next question though is, do you have to buy a ticket at each park to get the admission for free for all year?
Well, you pay one price for one park, and then you pay an
Another price in
upcharge.
the other park.
Yeah, you don't. Now
If they're
that's
two
a good
separate-
question.
Right. So if I go to like Islands of Adventure, because Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure are both 100 and 119,
Mm-hmm.
Volcano Bay 70. So now, what if I went to Islands of Adventure and bought that pass? Okay, cool. Now I can get into Islands of Adventure all year long. Can I get into Universal all year long? Lena said, no, you can get the one park, two park, or the three park ticket.
See, for me, I mean, see, these are all things that I should know, but with everything going on, I have not kept up on everything in travel, and I need to get the office set up so I can get everything out there, get all my stuff put up, and get everything back in order. But these last couple months, you know, I read the stuff that comes out that gets emailed to me, but I'm not as knowledgeable as I should be right now. And I mean, it's all because of this. I mean, to be honest, not that many people are. I'm not saying that people aren't traveling, but
You see,
not
and it
that many
says here
people
too
are.
is that if you book a package like a hotel and tickets through Universal, you can actually put an annual pass on your ticket. But what are the annual pass fees prices for that? Because honestly, $119 is not cheap for a theme park.
No.
You
Yeah,
know,
right now, Universal is the most expensive ticket out there.
is it more than Disney?
Depends on the date because Disney has flex pricing. Universal is always that price.
Now, does Disney parks matter too? Which park you go to?
Yes. Magic Kingdom is more than the other parks.
That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now, what are their season passes running and their perks?
Out of state for Disney is 1,200.
And that's out of pocket at one shot.
Yep.
If
If
you
you're
lived
out
in
of state,
Florida,
unless you're DVC.
and if you lived in Florida, well, because then you've got a residency in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. If you have DVC, you don't have residency in Florida because it's considered timeshare.
Timeshare still residency.
You can't
That's
make
how you get away
payments, but you can
with
buy the gold pass.
What's a month? What's their monthly fees then? If you're a resident,
I think you pay a down payment the same way you pay with Universal,
okay.
and you then pay that whatever the difference is every year. I don't think we're going to be on too much longer.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We just had to jump on and see our people, you know.
And Danny wanted to blow off some steam.
Exactly.
Yeah, 5:30's coming
That's
awful
weird how
early.
Disney does that. I thought like usually when you have timeshare, you have it's like a residency. You know, like you own a piece of property somewhere. You know.
Yeah, and that's not the way it works with Disney because you
Nothing
own the
works
rights.
the way it should with Disney ever. I mean, let's be honest. Disney makes their own rules and they get away with it.
Yeah.
That's they purposely did that. I mean, look at the whole town ordinance thing. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
There's only two people for the elected positions in that town, and they're agree on what to vote for beforehand before they vote.
Feels like it. That's definitely how it works.
Do the board of Disney tells them this is what we're doing. This is how you vote. Go do your vote. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Give
Danny hot sauce.
Danny hot sauce and see if he'll see it.
How many
I'm
more?
not a cartoon.
So how many more videos you got coming up yet?
Man, I forgot to upload that one of them for. I was doing so well. I only have 2 more to go. 2 more. And what? Monday should have been the carousel. Well, today should have been the teacups. Monday was the carousel. Today should have been the teacups.
That's what I was thinking.
And then it should be tomorrow, tomorrow should have been the last one with Caribbean Beach Resort.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you were doing a resort tour. Yeah, it's all Patrick's fault.
It is.
Single up today.
It is. It is his fault because he distracted me from editing it. Just turned my head on the Disney website and all I seen was the Millennium Falcon flying.
Jonathan, we're not making it there tonight, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think so. I do not think so. It's been a long enough day.
Danny's had a long day. I've had a long day.
A traumatic day.
Danny had left on the side of the highway trauma today.
It's fun. So here's a question for you. Were you affected by any of those tornadoes?
No.
That's crazy. Did you see any of that?
No, I didn't see any of it. I know that there were some pretty bad storms coming through, but
I know Illinois, what's his name? Coaster Nick put up a video. He was sitting in a parking lot and he was basically watching the clouds just form in this circle. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily I live surrounded by hills. I mean, it's hard to get them in there, but night, Lena.
Good night, Lena.
But I pray one doesn't get into this area because we are surrounded by hills. It'd bounce around like a ping pong ball.
Yeah. I mean, they can form anywhere. You can get little ones that form anywhere. I mean,
we get tiny ones that'll hit, but nothing huge because they can't really work up that strong.
Like you see a funnel. Nothing like where you see a funnel just hit the ground and.
Now I've seen funnels hit the ground, but they're usually you see them on the backside of the hills, or you'll watch them literally hit the hills around us and literally just pop right back up.
Yeah. Yeah, Coaster Nick did a video on that. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild.
Check that out.
Yeah. So he was sitting in a parking lot to like a PetSmart, and like their lights just went like started flashing in there. It was like, what the heck? It was crazy. Patrick, it was a good call. We need to stop talking about this call. We really do. That's it. I'm done with this call. Shoot.
He's done with the app. He's done with you. He's done with the kids, and they're bringing home haunted stuff.
And Jess and I were talking about it. Like, we're seriously thinking about making a video about this app and be like, do not touch it.
So, are you saying that it's more dangerous than TikTok?
Oh my God! Listen, like we can talk about that. I hope TikTok goes away.
I do too. I cannot stand TikTok. I don't
like its format. Thing ever. It's taking away from everybody's views here on YouTube who actually do real things and want to edit stuff. And you know, I don't get TikTok. I never did. It's so stupid. Like
TikTok
no
to
talent
me
to it.
is, yeah, I mean, so you put some music behind you and you dance around for a few minutes. I mean,
And that's the thing is you only have what, like 30 seconds to do something on it?
I don't know. I've never watched 1 second of TikTok.
That only means it works. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's stupid. Like I don't understand the purpose, like what it was for.
I understand where some people enjoy it.
Look,
Just because there are people out there just,
think it was
it's like Quibi. Quibi right now is one of the most downloaded apps on iOS and Android right now, because people do not want to sit around and watch a 1 hour program on TV. Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. Now, I'm only talking because I'm really proud of it. My Cedar Point video. I sat down, I spent hours taking hours and hours of video and working to get it down to 30 minutes to still have it make sense.
Yeah.
I worked at it. I didn't just stand up in front of a camera and do the truffle shuffle and throw some music behind it and say, here we go.
Tony, I have like what am I up to now? Let me go to videos. 156 videos that I uploaded to the channel within a year and a half. That I sat and I edited every single one of those. 156. Not 156 live streams or whatever. Like, yeah, we live stream and all, but I hate live stream. It has no creative value to me. This is more so we can get together and hang out with and interact with chat and things like the people that watch us. So it's cool. Like I appreciate that. But
Excuse me.
I don't look at it like I'm doing something creative.
No, this is not creative. I mean, I enjoy it. Like you said, it's cool to hang out with people that enjoy watching our stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool interacting with them. And the thing I like about what we do is, I mean, how many times tonight did something come up? And I mean, there we went with it, talked about season passes because they're brought up. But this is what makes me proud right here.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
What did I tell you? I expected 20 to 30 views. I was hoping for 100. And within the first 24 hours, I was over 100.
Exactly.
And, I went the other day. I got too far into what me and the kids were doing and went back and watched what I had. And I was like, I can't do anything with this,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you know what? I'll be going back and I will be definitely taking the camera and you know what? Because I love the editing process.
You look, you had to have fun too. You can't go and not have fun. I mean, really.
Yeah, and when you have crowds as low as what they've been, and you got a park that frowns on carrying stuff through the lines, really hard to get video. And I'm not going out and buying a pair of glasses with a camera in it.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, they look horrible.
Really?
Yeah. If you go and you just look up Top Thrill Dragster on camera.
Yeah.
POVs that people have done.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever seen them? The sunglasses that have the lens right here.
They're big and chunky.
Yep. I ran into a guy.
How do these parks know that I have these things on? Because they're huge.
Yep. And you can see the camera right here in the frame.
Yeah. There's some newer ones that look better, but the ones that most people get are the cheaper ones, honestly, and they're huge. Let me see if I can, like, they're on Amazon, right?
Well, yeah. Well, we were in line for Magnum XL 200. It was the first 200-foot coaster,
Yeah.
and I think one of my videos is playing on the TV. I know when Caitlin went to bed, she was watching the Cedar Point video. That girl loves that video.
Which
She's
which one?
the Cedar Point one.
Okay.
She's so proud. She's like proud of that video,
Good.
because she was there when it got filmed, and
Good.
I really wish I would have put more stuff on video that day, because it was her first time riding the Giga Millennium Force, and I mean, I posted a lot of stuff to
You
the
got
Cedar
time.
Point Facebook page. But yeah, like I'm going to find days to go up by myself and film really good stuff.
And they would kill you.
Well, yeah, but then again, they don't want to kill me too much, because I'm the one that takes them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I'm just looking at some of these glasses. Like, they're just ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't get it. The arms on these things, like some of them, like this little extra chunk that hangs down, like for the where the battery sits and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. I can't say they're ridiculous. It's ridiculous to think that you could get away with it. Like, people don't know what they are.
Yeah, we had some people behind us in line for Magnum XL 200, the first hypercoaster, and these
Yeah.
people just kept crowding us, and I'm like, these people they basically, got no respect. And I was like, please don't let them get on with us, because they were loud, they were obnoxious. We were the last ones to get on for our train. So as we were getting off, the train was going out with them on it. All of a sudden, Caitlin hollered at me, "Daddy, they're stuck on the lift tail." I'm like, what? So I looked out, and sure enough, the train was literally just starting up the hill. Seen a cast member go out and go up with a bucket. They had a camera out. It's like, how stupid are you?
Are you?
That you can't figure it out. That you're not getting away with that.
They do that at Six Flags Over Georgia too.
Yeah, and I mean,
they stop the train, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's like just
Like
stop.
it's at the point where they can't get you off the train, but when you're coming off the train, be sure their security is going to be there to tell you a thing or two. If not, kick you out the park. So
That's like,
worth it? Is it really worth it? No.
Yeah, it's like Brandon was like, "Are they going to kick them out?" And I go, "I guarantee you, we're not going to see them again today."
Jonathan's like, it'll be like Disney Dan joke glasses. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, no, those, like, I mean, come on. I mean, look, are they going to overlook the glasses more than you having a camera out? Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Especially if you do it the right way with a strap on them or something,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, But I mean, I'm not even gonna lie now. It's like even now, they're really strict in Six Flags about the sunglasses on. Like, I will ride a ride with sunglasses on most times because they're not going anywhere. Whatever. But they're like, yeah, no, the glasses have to come off. I'm like, really? Really?
Yeah. Well, with hey, Jeff, welcome in.
Hey, Jeff, what's up, buddy? How are you?
But when the only thing that you can wear on Steel Vengeance, that's the one that has the metal detector, are your glasses with the strap.
Yeah.
The first time I rode it this year, there was someone coming up, and they had a pair of sunglasses on. And you could tell that they were a camera glasses.
Right.
He had a strap on and everything, and they said, nope, coming off. And he argued with them, and they says, the ride operator looked at him and says, sir, I'm going to be nice about it, but it's either you take them off or you're going to take the exit. Okay.
Good.
And, you know, when we, you know, I told you they have the access passes for Cedar Point.
Good.
You go up and they gives you a return time.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's two ends to each round of tickets. There's tickets at 3 to 4, then they pass them out again starting 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8.
Uh-huh.
If you get at the end of that and the lines are short, they'll let you in the line.
Right.
We were going through, and there's some guy standing there, and he goes, you mean my phone too? And the girl was like, sir, you can't take anything on the ride except for glasses with a strap on it. And he goes, well, I'm not comfortable putting my phone in a locker. I prefer to have it with me. And she goes, sir, you can keep your phone on you, but you're not going to ride the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, second year it was open, the first day running, they had something come out of somebody's pocket. And I don't know if it was a fracture or not, but I know that they wound up having to take the person to the hospital. You know, because there's 3 points walking through that line where the track goes over top of you, and once while it's upside down. And I mean, it is flat upside down. It's not even like a corkscrew. It comes over and it rolls up on its side. You're upside down, then it rolls you real hard back the same direction.
Right.
It's not a full corkscrew. And I mean, it is a hard, sharp turn. If something comes out of your pocket there, I mean, you can almost reach up and give them a high five on the way by.
Wow.
Because it's that you can't reach them, but there's maybe 6 foot difference between them.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm glad to see that you're safe from your trip on the Astro Orbiter the other day.
What?
He was live the other day, and he hates the Astro Orbiter, so he wrote it.
Why?
I tried to tell him to go get something to eat, something to drink.
Wait. Jeff, why are you afraid of the Astro Orbiter?
He's like me. He doesn't like things to go round and round. You know, if you think about it, what's your swing ride at Six Flags? Is Pandemonium?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I cannot ride anything like that, but I will jump on Top Thrill Dragster. It goes 420 feet in the air.
I'm gonna do this because I'm not. Well, I can release it anyways, but whatever. I don't really care. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Now, Shelly, I will say something about the lockers. Is you have a locker with your own PIN code. I mean, I'm not worried about my stuff getting stolen. I mean, because there's only one way to get into those lockers.
It's through a PIN code.
Yep. And your PIN code is actually attached to another number as well that they would have to know to get into it.
This is for you.
Now, I can do the teacup.
But with me?
I could do this spinner.
I don't think you could do it with me.
No, I get mine going pretty fast too.
With this?
Yeah, I can do that. And I could probably do Astro Orbiter too. But like the Pandemonium, no, that's swinging while you're going around in circles.
Yeah.
That's like Caitlin wants to ride the Windseeker. It's 301 foot up, and it gets you up there. Then it's a swing.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's like our Pandemonium. Not Pandemonium. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. I got stuff everywhere. No. Hold on. You can stop sharing it. I'll tell you when to bring it back.
Okay.
I'm looking for it. Hold on. I know what she. Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Of course, when I want to find things, I can't. Isn't that how it usually is, though?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, oh my God, where? is this stuff?
You got.
Oh, I know how I can do it. I know how we can do it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We'll go here.
Here, I want to. While you're looking up something,
I just remembered.
this is Windseeker.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Let me get to it though. Yeah, that's crazy. Windseeker is crazy. I've seen that though, man.
Yeah, 300 feet up, being swung around. No, it's just not my idea of a good time.
Yeah. Twisted. I think it's, well, there's this.
Yeah, I've watched that, Danny, and I can't.
There it goes.
What the heck?
Yes, it's not even up all the way yet.
Yeah, nope.
Here, this is the actual on ride.
Yep, I'm already yelling at people to get me off because
Oh,
I know that.
This just started.
Yeah, I know.
Round and round and round.
You gotta love my commentary on rides.
Yeah.
I'm really glad it doesn't spin all the way around. That's what I thought.
So here's the cool thing: is on this ride, when you hit its peak,
Yeah.
and you're sitting there, and you do this, you see the whole skyline of Atlanta behind you, and it's upside down almost. It's on its side.
Yeah, I know. I watch these people riding it at Cedar Point.
Yeah.
And
you hear the wind blowing. It's like you're whistling through the air. Yeah, look at the shadow on there. Hey, watch the shadow again. When we come around. The guy next to me was hilarious the whole time.
Was Jess on there with you?
Oh yeah, she's next to me.
She freaking out?
Not really. She didn't mind this.
She just doesn't like getting stuck on roller coasters.
Oh. Should I go to that? Let me go to that. I don't know if any of you guys really seen it. Like, have you seen that, Tony, or no?
Yeah. It actually came up in my
And then there's this.
Precious morning energy from
Oh, come on, ad.
It takes energy to share your
You can't complain about an ad, right?
No, gotta watch your ads.
Exactly.
Now, see, we have one at Cedar Point called Power Tower.
Yeah.
It will take you up 245 and drop you, or you can be shot up to the top. I've never rode it going up. I rode it coming down. And, you know, I love drop rides. I enjoy them.
But this one,
getting up there that I can't do.
This one will actually spin going up right? And once you're going up, the seat starts tilting you forward. So now you're literally looking at the ground.
15 stories down.
And it's a 15-story drop.
Yes, Garrett, that was for you. Belvita.
Exactly. You're welcome.
Just keep in mind, I'm doing this hand.
And then this is an awesome view of Twisted Cyclone.
While recording this. Here's the parking lot.
Now, does Twisted Cyclone have the sped up lift hill? Actually, you're probably only what, 119, 120 feet for Twisted Cyclone?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's 15 stories up and clearly a lot higher than that.
Oh, that's right, because you guys have a 200-foot limit, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, so there was that. All right, this is the one you're talking about.
Garrett Shelley is fearless until we start talking about Top Thrill Dragster.
There it
She's
is.
not a fan.
So let's start it
See how
from
long
here.
that takes. All right, guys, here we go. Blue hog. Get on there
This is the part of the video, so.
and get you some footage on that ride and have some fun on there.
There goes more ads. Sorry. Some of us monetize channels. That Six Flags thing is like, say, oh yeah. That's why you always hear me going, oh yeah.
Hey, let me precursor this for everybody watching and hasn't seen this.
Yeah, I'll pause it here.
Danny knew there was a good possibility this is going to get stuck before he got on.
Yes.
So he's got on it knowing he might get stuck.
Just watch this car. Just watch this car here. And there's a clear indication. Yeah, this is us now. I'm adjusting the the camera.
The old
early
strap.
days of this, man. It was hard. Oh my god, what the heck was I doing?
At least it was steady. Steadily making me sick to my stomach.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, that is the motor dying, but people.
Three, two, one.
Yep.
Clunk. You're jazz. Whoa!
Yep. Nothing like hearing that safety latch kick in.
Clunk. Yeah. This is how high we were too. Literally.
This is Blue Hawk. Called Blue Hawk, right?
Yeah. This is Blue Hawk.
This is pre-haircut, Danny.
Yeah.
This is a look of terror.
This is scared to death, Jess.
That's
Yep.
a look of terror. Currently, brand new ride and it's already stuck. We're on the top of Blue Hog. Yeah, and we're stuck.
How long were you guys stuck on that lift hill?
30 minutes.
Good view though.
Now, did you guys get anything for that? Like
Yeah,
a
I
free
got a free-
flashback?
Yeah, I got a free skip the line. This right back there, that tower back there was Sky Screamer,
Okay.
our swing tower. That's Scream Machine over here. That's
Still up here.
the Sky Flyer thing that
Okay.
you just basically attached by chains.
Top of the hill here. Hold on, let me see if I can-
That's always a great feeling, knowing they're going to take you up in the air, attached to basically Home Depot chain.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, that's probably one of the only rides in the park where my stomach gets a little queasy walking onto that ride.
That's the only option.
And I'm like,
You know,
why did I do
Not
this?
walking down this hill.
Yeah, Jess refused to walk down that hill.
yep.
I kind of agree.
Top Thrill Dragster has been stuck on top a couple of times. 420. Now, how it balances itself out that way, I don't know. Because, I mean,
Wow.
that the top hat is very small on that.
What do they do? Wait for a gust of wind to come by? Is
There's
that
a video out there.
whichever the way the wind blows is the way you're going?
The ground left
Now,
here.
I think that they have added a wheel on the top, tires that it passes through that they can turn on that will move it forward.
Yeah.
But I know that the first year it got stuck 3 times on top. I don't remember how they got people off there.
We're moving.
Probably hook and ladder truck.
Good night,
Think
Jeff.
about it.
Yeah, so we finally started moving.
Night, Jeff.
Scariest ride ever.
Yeah, so there was that.
Go!
That's the first time I've ever got stuck on a ride.
Nice and slow.
Ever in any park. But
I'm trying to think if I ever got stuck on a coaster. Actually, I got stuck on a coaster at I think Six Flags Worlds of Adventure, the one they bought in Ohio, the old
Yeah.
Geauga Lake.
Shelly's like, poor Jess. She's fine. She was fine. She just didn't want to walk down the hill, the lift hill, but she was fine. I mean, yeah, the swing one, that's the only one that I get like, why did I do this kind of moment? You know, like, what was I thinking? But I've never had that with anything else.
Yeah, I got it may have
Shelly,
been
her coaster to get stuck upside down is a very, very freak incident.
yeah.
Because the sensors on these rides are designed to let the ride know when to stop at a safe point. And there's no stopping, there's no brakes on an upside down position ever on any ride.
No,
Like if it gets stuck upside down, there's usually an issue with the car itself, like a wheel or something wedged in between the track and just it naturally braked or something. And
yeah, Cedar Point, about the only time you get an issue is something valleying, like Gatekeeper, because
But
of its position close to the lake.
rides are designed to valley, though, because and if you look when they valley, there's always an area you can tell where a ride's going to valley because there's always a platform or a ladder or something like that around there.
Problem is with Gatekeeper, there's no and you're pretty low to the ground anyway, so it wouldn't be anything to get people off of that ride. But the first year it was open, they had a problem with it valleying on a barrel roll, not a 0G roll, a slow roll.
Yeah.
You know, with that slow motion turnover.
Yeah.
And it's actually coming down, and it bottoms out and comes back up. Well, if they get a storm coming in off the lake, it's literally a straight shot coming across that valley.
Right.
And it's gotten hit twice by a crosswind, and it just kills them. And I mean, it's literally, when you ride that, when you come over that roll, I mean, when it goes over, I mean, it drops you out of your seat because it's so slow.
Right.
And it barely makes it up over the other, and then it's got a bigger hill to pick their speed back up. So if it gets hit by a wind, and now they've got along the boardwalk, they've got that fence closed right there with like a wall. So that way it slows down that wind coming through. It hasn't valleyed since, but it valleyed twice the opening year, and then a couple years ago, somebody put out a video where it valleyed. And I mean, it's a spot where it just takes it back and forth. And forth. It takes forever for that thing to stop.
I would love to see that, though, or be on that when it does that.
Yeah. Jonathan, I think that's actually part of the way the ride's supposed to be.
What?
Did Jonathan send you that video of where it climbs straight up and it starts off upside down?
My phone, I'm part of some chat on Instagram or something that somebody put me in, and it just has been nonstop. I literally threw my phone across the room because I got tired of hearing it vibrating on the desk.
Oh.
It was driving me nuts. So I don't know. Like, yeah. That I've really
that drives me nuts.
Great incident for a ride to get stuck upside down. Like, you're not really going to see that because the sensors are designed to activate the brakes in a power outage and things like that in a safe evac spot.
Yep.
Yes, Shelly, I know I could exit the chat, but you know what? FOMO. It's FOMO, Shelly, okay? Fear of missing out. Of what? I don't know, but still.
All right, Danny.
My phone will be going off all night with some weird stuff, and I'm just like, why don't you shut it? I go, I can't. First of all, it's my alarm clock. But
Yeah. You know, it's funny. You know, me and you were talking before the stream, and, you know, Martine come in and she's like, he's always getting on me about sleeping too long and this and that. One morning she had her alarm set really early, and it was a morning where I didn't have to be up at the butt crack of dawn and yell at one of 18 children running around. And it went off at like 7 in the morning, which, I mean, is not early by any means, but I didn't sleep well. And I rolled over and I go, what the hell do you have an alarm set for 7:30 in the morning? And she's like, I'm going to go to so-and-so's house. I'm like, shut it off.
Well, that's like me. Like I'm off Wednesdays and Sundays, the worst days ever to be off, if you ask me. To have days like that, I'm that person. I need to have, like, if I'm gonna, like, Wednesday and Thursday, or you know, Monday and Tuesday, you know, like, I need back-to-back days. But I'll set my alarms. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get up and actually do things, you know, do things around the house maybe or whatever. But, you know, I have the luxury of not having kids running around the house, you know, and a dog that likes to sleep too, because, you know, she's a lazy bulldog, so, you know, they love to sleep. And Jess likes to sleep too, so it's like, you know, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, what the hell happened to the day? Jess is like, well, it's your day off. I thought you wanted to sleep. I'm like, no. Set an alarm. I shut it off and go back to. I'm like, I did set an alarm. What happened? She's like, well, you shut it off. I'm like, well, push me out of bed. Yeah, it's like Shelly's like 9 a.m. is early for me. Thanks, Shelly. I appreciate that. Shoot. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, I know, but it's still the FOMO.
Fear of missing out.
I'm horrible with the phone. Like, I don't care about places. It's just the phone. Like, if something's happening on the phone, I'm like, what's going on? I have to see this conversation. Then I
Danny's
download
got
the stupidest apps too.
Danny's got to have his creepypasta app.
No, you know what? You know what I have right now? Oh my gosh. It is the stupidest game, and I, like, consumed at least 6 hours into it last night. And it's called Hurricane. You literally start off as a tropical depression, and then you grow your little cloud into a hurricane and stuff. Oh my God. Let me.
Is it one of those IO games?
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids love playing those stupid little IO games, and it's like, really?
You know what it's Snake. It's Snake with a hurricane, okay? That's all it is. And you got to grow bigger than the other ones just to consume the other ones on the screen. And you're playing against other people, and
You're addicted.
and then I have this miniature golf one where you're playing against other people too. Oh my gosh.
See, me, I play stupid back of the, or what they call them, bathroom games. You know, back of the toilet games. You know, just monotonous games like Brick Breaker.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
not me.
I'm like, there is no real strategy to this, but
There's no
I passed one.
strategy. There's no strategy to the hurricane game either. It really should have been a bathroom game, but it's so much not. It's so addicting. Exactly. And IO games are addicting.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times now. It's not so much, but what was the big one that was out like a year or so ago? Slitherio or whatever.
Oh, like the snake one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids would sit and play this for like hours at a time. Then they would yell at the screen when somebody else got bigger than them and ate them. And it's like, well,
you should talk to Jess about how I've been yelling at the screen for this. So this is how, the start of it, right?
yeah.
You can either play offline Survivor or live, or you can do a party. And I've been doing live. Wait. Let me show you how you start off. This is There's some other hurricanes. A bigger hurricane just consumed me.
Then you got to watch the ad.
No, you don't have to watch the ad on this one. The ads aren't even annoying on this one. It's not like there's another one I've been playing that the ads are really annoying. It's like what is it called? Hold on. It's a helicopter one. It's
Have a good night, Garrett. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
helicopter.
Yeah, see,
It's
no.
called helicopter. You're in a helicopter. You got to like shoot the guys on 3 floors, and then get to a boss level. And I can't. Yeah, Jonathan, I was playing that for a while, but I don't know. I don't like it. It's not the same feeling of playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like they're pre-made rides and everything, and you just drop and place them, and you know which one I was addicted to for the longest time was the Jurassic World one. You go around making like a Jurassic Park.
You know, it's funny you talk about ones like that. I played for years, and I just quit playing it one day, and I've downloaded it a couple of times and brought it back. Clash of Clans.
I can't get into that.
I played it forever,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yeah, I just got to a point where there was no way I could catch up to the people that continued to play. I was like, nah, I'm just done.
Yeah.
I got a village out there somewhere.
I probably do too. I don't like that because realistically, that game is designed for you to spend money for in-game purchases. And I'm sorry, for my phone, I'm not buying in-game purchases on my phone. It's not that serious. It's designed for if I'm in the car or something like that. No, sorry. If I'm going to do in-game purchases, it better be on my computer or on my Xbox. Thank you for that, Shelly.
Yes, thank you very much, Shelly.
I've been on Instagram a lot more recently too.
Yeah, I noticed.
I've been getting a lot more responses on Instagram than Twitter.
I like Instagram better because
you can add more characters.
Well, that and
it goes to
Twitter
Facebook.
literally has been nothing but
politics
a bunch of, and whiners.
Yeah.
And trolls.
Yeah. I get a lot of trolls on Instagram too. Like a lot of them like, oh, sub for sub. It's like, no. Report, delete. Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't get any of that on Instagram, but I get a lot of, if I get any interaction, sometimes I just take my whole thing down because, I don't do the politic thing. In my personal life, I may talk to people about politics, but and everybody in here knows, we may touch on something that's relative to what's going on with what we're talking about, but it's, hey, this is that, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Even in off this camera, this little bitty camera I have here, I don't even talk politics. I don't. I know people that get like 24-hour bans on Twitter and Facebook and things like that. No time for any of this. But I think we're good.
Yes, I think we're good too. We're coming up on 2 hours.
Yeah.
We've covered the fact that Patrick is responsible for your car.
It's all Patrick's fault.
Jeff doesn't like round and round rides, neither do I.
That Danny will go on anything.
Yes.
If it has the word ride, I will go on it.
Even if it's going to break down.
That makes it a lot more fun. I have a story to tell.
Yes, you do.
I have a video, but yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. I think we are done.
Yeah, we're good.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night, guys.